All right, the next part we are doing day 2 math, and it's area and perimeter. So we're going to talk, I have A for area and P for perimeter. How we remember this is I say, well, first of all, we sing a little song. Area we multiply, perimeter we add. Area we multiply, perimeter we add. So what I also do is I put area we multiply, so it has an X, and perimeter we add, and that spells PA, the state in which we live in. So area we multiply, perimeter we add. All right, so we're gonna start with area because we've spent a lot of time doing area this year. So if you happen to have a rectangle and it's 5 and 3 inches, obviously this side would be also 5 and this side would be also 3, but you just need to take the one side times the other, okay? So area we multiply. So we need to take the 5 times 3, which is 15. We have to label inches. And then we put our little 2 there because we have learned this year that we have to label that in saying that it is square inches. And another one with area. Remember area? We multiply. So we have to take our 2 times 2, and that equals 4. We have to take our label, which this time is centimeters. So we're gonna put cm for centimeters, put our little 2 because it is squared centimeters. Squared centimeters, that's what that stands for. We've been actually doing area all school year long on a review on our Simple School. What happens when I have a problem like this and it's not labeled, okay? They just have the little squares for me. So I'm gonna count across the top, 1, 2, 3. I have 3, and we don't have a label, so I'm just gonna put units. U for units, or I can just write units out. Okay, then I gotta go down here and I gotta count. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 units here. So area, again, we multiply. So I'm gonna do 3, there's the 3, times the 5, and that is 15. And I could label that as U with a little 2 beside it for squared units, or units squared, or I could write 15 square units. So that's how you're going to do a problem that actually isn't labeled for you. We're going to move into perimeter. So remember, area we multiply, perimeter we add. So perimeter we add, and I like to just say that we live in Pennsylvania. The abbreviations for Pennsylvania are PA, so perimeter we add. Okay, so perimeter, you're gonna add all of the sides together. But wait, they've only given me 2 sides. So if this is 10 feet long, then this also is 10 feet long because they're the exact length. And if this is 2 feet long, boys and girls, what's this gonna be? Yes, 2 feet. So what do we have to do with all of these? We have to add them all. So I can easily go through and do it like this. What's 10 plus 10? All right, good, that's 20. All right, what's 2 plus 2? Oh, good, that's 4. All right, so I have to now add 20 plus 4, and we know our expanded form, 20 plus 4 is 24. And our abbreviation here is FT. If everyone can remember, that stands for feet. So some of them, they may ask you to write the abbreviation, or they may ask you to choose the whole entire word. So remember, area we multiply, perimeter we add. So perimeter we add. So we're going to be adding these. Oh my goodness, what am I going to do? I only have 1 label. Well, boys and girls, I know that this is a square, and I know that in a square, all of the sides are the same exact length. So if this is 4 yards, then I know that this is 4 yards, and I know that this is 4 yards, and I know that this is 4 yards. So if they're all the same because it's a square, so we have to add, perimeter we add. So we're gonna add 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, or you could multiply that easily too, but let's just go ahead because perimeter we add. So 4 plus 4 is 8. And 4 plus 4 is 8. And what is 8 plus 8? It is 16. And our label is YD, which stands for yards. So you could write 16 yards, or you could write 16, and you could write it out completely in the word 16 yards. So that is perimeter. We add when it is a square and they only label one of the lengths. Here we are on day 2. Since yesterday we did social studies, geography, today we're going to switch and we're going to do science. So we are going to do igneous rock, okay? So you can click on this. So you're going to have a little video. There's some information to read about igneous rock. There's some vocabulary. There's also a little video game, a vocab arcade of all the types of igneous rocks and the definitions that you will practice. Scroll down, there's a little more reading. There's a nice illustration, a nice realistic picture of granite and basalt. And then we have this nice illustration of the earth, the core, the crust, and the mantle. So we have some good information here about igneous rock. We have a review to watch what you have learned all about igneous rock, and then you have some questions. Now, I'm not sure for you if you are able to go up to the top and refer to the definitions. If you are not able to do that like I am right now, then I would suggest to you, instead of having to memorize this, maybe write that information down that you see up here. Write it down, write it on a piece of notebook paper, and then when you get to these questions, use those notes as your reference tool to help you answer these questions. Okay, on this question right here, it says to drag the words to the lines to label the parts of the earth. So you're actually going to click on this word mantle, and you are going to drag it to one of these places that appropriately labels it, okay? So you're going to drag it there, and if you're truly interested in the many different forms of igneous rock, you can look that up. There are so many, but scientists have identified over 700 different types of igneous rock. People who study rocks are called geologists. Scientists can tell the age of igneous rocks by using something called a radiometric dating. They normally contain no fossils, usually made of 2 or more minerals. Basalt is an example of a basic extrusive igneous rock. Gabbro is an example of an intrusive igneous rock. When magma or lava rises to the surface, cools quickly, it forms extrusive igneous rock, and when magma cools and hardens below the Earth's surface, an intrusive igneous rock forms. 95% of the Earth's crust is made from igneous rock. The ocean floor is normally made out of basalt rock, which is hard and black, and an extrusive rock, of course. The batholiths that we spoke about can be as large as 97 kilometers across. Okay, so igneous rock is formed when magma reaches the Earth's surface and cools. These rocks are often shiny and glossy. Examples include granite and pumice. Igneous rock is a rock that was once melted, then cooled and hardened again. These are all examples of igneous rock. I'm not sure if anyone does Minecraft anymore, but Minecraft has a lot of stuff that deals with igneous rock, metamorphic rock, and sedimentary rock. So we'll be talking a lot about that in science, and here are different types of igneous rocks. Usually when I teach the rock unit, I always draw these with the kids, so if anyone's interested in drawing these. And the first one we're talking about is the igneous rock, and it says, I'm igneous. I am made when hot magma cools quickly, like from a volcano. So that's the one we're focusing on right now. I clearly did not draw this one, but this is a drawing of a volcano if anyone's interested in drawing this. And it is formed by fire. Fire, ignite, igneous. So when it cools quickly, like when that clump of lava drops into the ocean or in water, it cools very quickly, so there are small or no crystals. And it's like a really shiny, glassy look to it, and that would be like obsidian. And then if it cools slowly, it doesn't have that nice smooth appearance. It has some like large crystals in it, like granite or pumice, which some people use in health and beauty products.